ParamountSports.com. ParamountSports.com. I need you to go ahead and remember this number because you'll want it here in about 7 minutes. 800-400-9741. 800-400-9741. Write that down because you will want to be ready to rock and roll here in about 7 minutes. 800-400-9741. The Out of Bounds Show is brought to you by the Tito's Vodka Bloody Mary game this weekend. And according to the Blakey Blakester, that's a number of games. But Indiana and Ohio State play at 11, and Florida and Vanderbilt will put you in a good nap, too, at 11 a.m. Brought to you by Tito's Vodka Bloody Mary. We welcome in Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com, 800-400-9741. Lee, let's jump into it. Lee joins us, by the way, on the Abita Andy Gator guest line. Georgia hosting Mississippi State. That line is jumping around, 24 to 25 points. If you were going to play it, Lee, where would you go and why?
So big number here for the Georgia offense. I know they're making the change to JT Daniels. I've been calling for it since after probably the second game. Finally happening. Something must be going on. I mean, he must not have been 100%, and they were protecting the kid. Or maybe he just didn't look good at all. So I think they finally had to do it. I think it's going to work out. Might take, might be a little bit of, breaking in. Might be, few series might be off, but I think eventually they'll get things going. Mississippi State defense is at least competitive. I mean, both teams have had major quarterback issues. Here, maybe the biggest problem here is where does Georgia get any motivation with all hopes really gone for getting into the national championship semifinals? I mean, they haven't been at this point at any time over the last 3 years. So I think Georgia wins 34-14. I think Mississippi State might stay under the number.
All right.
Yep.
Well, Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com. He likes Georgia in a snoozer. I agree with him. I don't think Georgia's going to be motivated, but Mississippi State, 1, is not good, and 2, only has about 54 players that will be flying out this morning.
What do you think is going to go on with the Pirate? You think, if you had to guess, does he last 1 year, 2 years, 5 years? What would be your guess at this point?
I think he's going to get it turned around. This quarterback that he's got that's playing as a true freshman can run the air raid. Now, it's not going to look good tomorrow because he doesn't have the right people around him yet.
Right.
This Sawyer Robertson kid is a 4-star out of Lubbock, Texas. That's all he knows. So I think Leach will get it. Look, I'll just be honest, Lee. Joe Moorhead's a nice guy. He left a super-duper soft program in Starkville. Right. Yeah. And you know this. You've watched your Miami Hurricanes, who have been a great program at times, but also lost that culture component.
Right.
And when you lose the culture component, you ain't winning. I don't care who you have.
That's right. That's it. And I think it's like helped Miami getting King from Houston.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You get a quarterback, it masks a lot of weaknesses. So if he finds that guy, and it sounds like he might have found either the kid playing now or the kid coming in next year will be the answer. And then he'll put hopefully some nice pieces around. Hey, if nothing else, he's going to find some receivers, and
Sure.
he's going to be able to build an offense. So they just might have to win some games, 51-45.
Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com. What's going on at Paramount Sports this weekend, Lee?
So it's Customer Appreciation Week, and my way of saying thank you for listening to the segment each week. So there's a lot of people out there that play my free selections, but maybe they'd like to get the real good stuff. They want to do that. 3 free selections, no strings attached. Just call us and give us your email, and we'll send those out to you immediately. So just call 800-400-9741. We'll send you 3 free college football selections, 800-400-9741. And if football isn't your thing or you want to do UFC, you can pick 3 UFC selections in lieu of the football selection.
Nice.
So your choice. So ParamountSports.com. We're going to go over some games, but there's some other big games going on around the country. Ohio State, Indiana, Wisconsin, Northwestern, Oklahoma State, and Cincinnati, UCF. You can check out those free pick videos, ParamountSports.com. Also.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, 800-400-9741. ParamountSports.com. Lee Sterling on the Abita Andy Gator guest line. Lee, let's jump to the next game, and that is Tennessee at Auburn. I think Pruitt would have gotten beat last weekend by A&M. Now he goes to Auburn. They can't get it going on offense. Who do you like and why?
So I think Auburn's getting it going here. Their offense, unlike Tennessee, they've rushed for at least 200 yards each of the last 4 games, and that makes things easy for the quarterback. Bo Nix has not thrown an interception in any of the last 2 games, and so I'm not saying he's great, but he's playing within himself, and I think they can score low to mid-30s here. Problem for Tennessee is they lack creativity on offense. They're caught in a quandary. The head coach, he's deciding, hey, do I go with Guarantano, who might give me a better chance to win this game, or do I go with the young guy? Do I think I'm going to be able to last a year or 2 and give a shot to Harrison Bailey and just play him throughout the game? So their quarterback situation, it's been a merry-go-round so far this year. So I think Auburn can get to the low mid-30s. The question is, can Tennessee get 21, 24 points? And I don't think so with this merry-go-round quarterback situation. So I think Tennessee is desperate. I just think they're incapable. I like Auburn 34-17.
Yeah. Do you have some thoughts real quick, Lee, on Pruitt getting fired? Because I think now that South Carolina made a move on Muschamp, Fulmer may be sitting there going, okay, if we get embarrassed 1 or 2 more times because Pruitt can't get the offense going either, I've got to make a move, because if you don't have an offense this day and age, you're not winning ball games.
Yeah, I think he's got to. What do they have, like 3 or 4 games? He's got to win a majority of his games down the stretch, or else he's gone.
Yeah. Saints in Atlanta, no Drew Brees. Is 5 too many, though, even though New Orleans could win the game, Lee?
I think that they can. I think Atlanta's got a shot here. And I'm watching Jameis Winston. I just think he's the wrong guy for this offense. I think Teddy Bridgewater, much better fit last year. I think you're going to see a lot of Taysom Hill. So if not for Todd Gurley's brain cramp, the Falcons would have been 4-0 under interim coach Raheem Morris here. Matt Ryan, he's got his weapons back. He's 8 touchdowns, just 1 interception in the last 4 games. They were idle last week, got the game plan here. I'm calling for the upset. Wrong team is favored, Bo. Atlanta 24-23.
He's got Matt Ryan and the Falcons, the Dirty Birds, beating the Saints. All right, we've got 2 more here. Coastal Carolina. All right, App State's interesting because they've had Jerry Moore, they've had Satterfield, and they've had Drinkwitz go through. And all they do is win. They got the culture component. But Coastal Carolina is on a roll. I think this is an intriguing G5 game. What do you see, Lee?
It is. Well, both teams have played just one strong team. Coastal Carolina played Louisiana Lafayette and won on the road 30-27. App State, one tough team, played a tough Marshall team, undefeated on the road, lost 17-7. Kid to watch. Watch dual-threat quarterback Grayson McCall here of Coastal Carolina. He is really good throwing the football, and he's running for almost 11 yards per carry when he tucks it under and run. Counterpart, Zach Taylor was good last year, but he's been beaten up this year in all kinds of opt-outs and injuries at wide receiver and running back. I think this App State team just lacks explosion here this year. Coastal Carolina is going to lose a game, but it's not going to be this week. They stay unbeaten, 27-20.
And let's wrap it up with this. Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com. Some good games college and some really good games in the NFL. Lee, tell us what our listeners, what number they can call to get some picks.
Like I said, 800-400-9741. Just call us. Give us your email. We'll send those 3 selections out to you. You want to hop on board, all the selections are available. 9 for $97 or November, ParamountSports.com.
Lee, have a great weekend, buddy. See you, man.
You too, Bo. Yeah, we'll check up next Wednesday, right before the holidays.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
Okay, Bo.
Lee Sterling, that's a good call, actually. That's a great call by Lee. Lee Sterling, 800-400-9741. If you want the picks right now, 800-400-9741. Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. The show is brought to you by Chris Corley, Angel Oak Home Loans. Chris Corley, Angel Oak Home Loans. You're looking to refinance. Chris Corley, Angel Oak Home Loans, 601-540-6791.